call from the divine when this video comes to you. This video, this message, does not come into your life by chance. It comes because God knows you are ready to receive the soul upgrade blueprint, a divine map drawn out before you came to this world. There is a moment in life when we suddenly stop, look at the chaotic flow of life, and ask ourselves, who am I really? What was I born to do? What is the path back to God? That moment is not by chance. That is when your soul has knocked on the door to a new level of consciousness, and the door from the divine opens. Mahavatar Babaji, the immortal master of the Himalayas, he is still present in each of us. He is still transmitting the divine energy to the souls who yearn for liberation. Every soul has a journey, a plan, an evolutionary path. As you read these lines, the gates of awakening within you are opening. The soul upgrade plan, the core concept. The soul is immortal. It is neither born nor destroyed, but only moves from one experience to another, from one life to another. The ancient philosophies of India, from the Vedas, the Upanishads, to the Bhagavad Gita, all affirm that your existence is not limited to this body. You are a traveler of eternity on a path of constant evolution. Even in the Bible, we find the affirmation of eternal life, referring to the soul's endless journey in the arms of God. Mahavatar Babaji reveals a sacred truth. Human beings do not come to this world to live one life and then disappear into nothingness. Each soul carries within it a divine blueprint, an evolutionary plan engraved before it is born into the world. What does the soul plan include? A pre-planted divine roadmap. As soon as you choose to enter this life, your soul carries with it seeds of experience, lessons to learn, and energies to resolve. Lessons learned throughout. It can be pain, loss, or challenges, but it can also be love. They are the loving hands of God, silently guiding you through the cosmic classrooms until you truly realize yourself. When you understand that everything is planned, you stop blaming, stop asking, why is this happening to me? And instead ask, what is the lesson here? What is my soul being taught? You no longer see events as enemies, but as companions. And in every experience, you find opportunities for soul enhancement. Journey through spiritual trials. How God creates lessons for the soul. One of the hardest truths to accept on the spiritual path is every pain, loss, and challenge you face is never random. In the invisible realm, God and the enlightened masters have orchestrated each lesson for your soul to mature. 1. Tests of the body and health. Many people ask, why am I sick? Why do I have to suffer in this body? Babaji explains that the body is the soul's first school. Through the body, you learn about limitations, about the fragility of life, and from there find immortality in the spirit. Sickness is not an enemy, but an invitation to turn inward, to see that the true source of energy comes from God, not just from the material. 2. Tests of emotions and relationships. Loved ones can leave you. Loved ones can betray you. Close relationships can sometimes become burdens. What does this mean? Babaji teaches that every soul that comes into your life is a mirror. They reflect back to you your strengths, weaknesses, selfishness, or love. Every relationship is part of your soul plan. No one comes to you by accident. Everything has a divine reason. 3. Challenge your mind and ego. Ego is the biggest obstacle on the path to enlightenment. You can be smart, successful, powerful, but if your ego is clouded, you will still be bound in ignorance. God often lets your soul go through situations where the ego is crushed. This is the moment when the soul stirs from its long sleep. You suddenly realize life is not just an endless cycle of money, fame, and fragile comforts. A longing to find something beyond the material, beyond the meaningless every day. You begin to be curious about meditation, about prayer, about energy, about philosophy, about the true meaning of life. All these questions are not random. They are God's gentle knocking at the door of your heart. 2. The purification level, the fire that tests gold. When the door is opened, you do not immediately step into the light. You enter the crucible of the soul. This is the most difficult, but also the most important stage. Your old habits, attachments, ego, and self will be severely tested. You may experience loss, betrayal, pain, even fall into the abyss of despair. But do not mistake this for punishment. Suffering is the tool that sharpens the soul. Just as gold must pass through fire to be purified, you must also pass through darkness for the light within you to be revealed. Babaji used to say, "Do not fear the darkness, for it is in the darkness that the fire of God within you is revealed." 3. The level of love. The heart is opened. After being cleansed in the fire of trial, your heart gradually becomes soft and clear. You begin to see others not as separate individuals, but as pieces of the same source. Compassion and unconditional love flow like a pure stream from deep within you. You no longer seek to heal yourself, but also become a bearer of healing light to the world. This is a clear sign that your soul has been upgraded and reborn in love. 4. The level of wisdom. The light of awareness. When love is firmly rooted, you enter the land of enlightened wisdom, jnana. This is signs your soul is upgrading. How to recognize grace at work in your life. Many people who practice or simply live in the midst of life suddenly realize that they have changed very differently from before. Not a noisy transformation, but a quiet growth from within. Those are the signs that your soul is being upgraded, a subtle process in which the grace of the universe is working in you. 1. Sensitivity to light and energy. You feel more clearly the vibrations of space, sunlight, or even the energy of another person. Sometimes, just by entering a place, you know that the energy is peaceful or chaotic. It is not an illusion, but your soul is expanding its frequency of perception. 2. Gradually reducing your interest in material things. Money, fame, winning and losing gradually no longer bother you as before. You begin to observe the games of the ego with a calm smile. You see that true value lies not in having more, but in being more, in more love, clarity, and tolerance. 3. The ability to let go faster. When someone offends, when an event occurs, you no longer cling to the pain as long as before. You find yourself able to breathe deeply, observe, and let it go. This is a clear sign. The soul is upgrading, so that you have space to receive grace. 4th, growth in gratitude. You begin to be grateful for even the little things. A cool breeze, a drop of rain, a smile from a stranger. From within you, a feeling of gratitude arises naturally, for no reason at all. That's when grace is at work, because grace always leads your mind to a state of gratitude and connection. 5. The emergence of powerful intuition. You don't need much reasoning to decide. Intuition seems to whisper the answer, and surprisingly, it's often right. This is grace in action. The universe lends you a clearer eye, as long as you challenges that come with soul upgrading, how to weather the storms of evolution. If grace is the cool breeze that lifts you up, then the process of soul upgrading always comes with storms. Without challenges, the soul will not grow. Unleash the hidden layers of power within you. 1. Spiritual loneliness. When your soul upgrades, you may find yourself no longer fitting into old conversations, old relationships. Many people do not understand you, even think you are different or distant. This is a deep loneliness, but also a sign that you are crossing a new threshold. How to overcome. Do not try to shrink yourself to fit into the old world. Seek out spiritual communities, like-minded people, to share and support each other. 2. Strong emotional outbursts. When higher energy comes in, it pushes up layers of buried emotions, anger, fear, sadness. You may find yourself bursting into tears for no reason, or shedding tears for no reason. How to overcome. Consider this a cleansing of the soul. Don't suppress it, don't judge it. Just observe, breathe deeply, and let it flow like waves. 3rd, crisis of faith. There are times when you doubt, am I on the right path? Why is it getting harder and harder to practice? That is the darkness of the mind trying to hold you back. How to overcome. Remember, a crisis is a sign of a rebirth coming. Keep your faith, turn to meditation or prayer, and you will see the light after the darkness. 4. Challenges of the body. As the soul upgrades, the physical body also suffers. Insomnia, fatigue, and pain for no apparent reason. These are called ascension symptoms. How to overcome. Listen to your body. Get more rest. Drink clean water. Eat lightly. And let your body gradually adapt to the new frequency. 5. Loss and letting go. Sometimes, to evolve, you will have to let go of a job, a relationship, or a habit that you... Even though this journey is sometimes tinged with loneliness, even though there are silent tears falling, remember, you are never truly alone. Babaji, the Masters, the angels, and God Himself are with you always, guiding, supporting, and reminding you of the immortal, luminous nature of your soul. That light not only illuminates your own path, but also radiates, supports, and awakens other souls. The journey of soul elevation is the journey back to eternal love, unity, and freedom in God.